she will be or him say she will be right back. And I'm so okay. Inti minister money boys now. We were 4 boys who actually left Ghana. Yeah, and now more one man I even said the same uniform personnel like Bobby Bosch had the same uniform as earlier no or on a lady no. And as I say beside you boys and say why not a lady no over. Now so we are here, me no tremun a friend hello babe. And I'm catching so you are pretty, you are beautiful. And no catch him so bad. So I mean name come on. And I say near but you.
And then not so quite number now. I'll come as
oh, so I am about room for there was a million for.
No, I football career this on Tanta.
Yeah, baby. Yes, it was me trying to make some friends, and I just loved their skin. They are very dark. Their color is very skin color is very nice.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. So that was how it happened. But then I know was in the early days that was the first day that I got to Sudan and it happened here. Aside that, I didn't have any issue with any place.
Okay. Every time I overdrew, back to Ghana. I was supposed to be back, but then because of 1 or 2 went in and he felt like okay. Time I realized say football career no. I say I know say to be one and say to be one. What was going through your mind? How did you feel? Start experience the whole experience in netizing.
Well, I got to Ghana. I think I locked myself in the room for a few days, 2 or 3 days, just to think of the entire situation, how everything happened, and then what next. Because I have never had any tertiary education. It was I had to quit school. I got done with senior high, and then there was nothing more to do than to play football. So I was asking myself, what next? And then I think I decided to find work, and later on I decided to go into IT to do something because I've always had love for graphics.
Now tell me about no.
I actually walked from the airport to my house because I didn't come with any money. I had no money, and maybe no, I didn't even want anybody to be like, I'm a brand, I'm offered to buy no one fire, no one bag in the buy. Not a ferry in a way. At that time, that's how I felt. Until I walked from Kotoka to Labadi.
Okay.
That was how it happened. And then I decided that I had to rethink of what, because it finally came to an end. That is a footballing career. When I joined Kwabibem United, and then I had issues with management. Okay. And now which I wouldn't want to pour out here. So one day, the club owner who actually took me there came to the camp and asked, I wasn't in camp actually. So he left a message that when I come, I should pick up my stuff and leave the camp. So when I came, I was actually asked to go play, and I said, go in now. There was a bit of ego, you know. Yes, I just went in there, picked my bag, and left.
And you left.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So time I'll be saying inside that you loved yourself for like 2 or 3 days. No? How were you eating? That's when you did that.
Well, I actually had.
Because definitely you have a PA.
Oh yeah. Where I was actually was a family house. Okay. Yeah. So I had family who the few that were closer to me knew I'd come back.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So they actually took it, and they realized I wasn't so happy. I didn't come back a happy man.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So that time I was back cafe or more almost sponsor call back. They to realize okay, carry on answer that you know. Was there any kind of pressure and I said another emotional whatever on you, and I said depression? Were you depressed at that time?
Well, I felt I have disappointed them. Because the other American said, why didn't I take the money instead to further my education? Because I'm planning on going back to school. So the whole thing was saying, who catch a brown woman now the course school. But I said to myself, I see she knew how he helped. And I didn't go there to mess up. I did what I was supposed to do. I was just in quotes fooled. Because I was desperate. My agents took advantage of me. And that time I need to say and we learn from this thing. So I don't think that now we wait to catch himself a scabra and do 2 points. No, it won't happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you regretted say what spending so much time, effort, money, or football career now? Even though right now you are a successful MC, have you regretted say sad decisions now in the past? Oh yeah, and I say it's all part of life.
Never. I don't ever regret ever spending all this time and resources on football trying to make it as a pro footballer. Why? Because I mean medical there. Say my mobile no so that time maybe I'm going to do maybe or even a skebi ko yira wo me so na me ko dey mu so anka no so e ka na ya say akola na e comfort but e bia na nka me nim mo hwe ko me fie apart from say oba be catch up papa se makoko ntokwa abonten no a wo beji wedi no you know be more ka o ka beji wedi from no nka ya no ma basa style no drugs na there no it's not part of us into no I felt well maybe just maybe na nyame you me free no maybe me no there no see me no said I will solely concentrate on that. Yes, but it is life. In my next life, if I'm to come back, which I wouldn't want to come to Ghana, wherever I go I know I would know how to shape up things, and then I feel say it will be better.
All right, when you can actually how MC all started for you, what led you to your biggest contract?
Okay, so a big thank you to Prince Owusu and some of Green Leaf. Said that me can my first graduation. Now that was the first time I was graduating in apprentices and put in school, not in school yet.
Okay.
And now they were 2 or 3, and me born planning BBA because I was staying in La Paz with the old boy. And 3 days to the event, still near MC over host the event. And then one day he called me and was like, "Unia, if you man the one about you," and I was like, "Prince, me a bit that." I said yes, but me no didn't come on. Me Jamie said the Okasa wait to me just for this one. No, the next time me approve so he lured me into doing it with the he said or Pamantari review mommy at that time, you know. And I mean so that time me said that you may be answer. Tintarena me said the pose no be on say my banner there. I love to dress. I love to look good, you know. The D-Day came, I did what I was supposed to do, and then everybody was excited, so I kept asking myself, what did I do? What did I do? And no, actually, I think at that particular event, one of the graduates, Nane brother, softball. I think some of them no be warrior, so yes. And then Okache until point now, I think a day or 2 later, our friend Prince Kache and say, "On Kache ni MC and say, obey piano."
Okay.
And it's really a traditional marriage that. But me papa didn't me want him fear me who said no, and I mean you know my one idea no. Me who said there a course near that day, so I took up the challenge to go. I did it and he was okay.
Happy about it.
So then we were, I think it was somewhere around December, time of your Carol's night near there. He owned the church. Instead of catching and the Carol's night, he would want me to come and do it for him. Wow. The family was an Ewe family. It was the first time I was having something to do with a group of Ewes like that. To me grew and so I did the entire thing. And I kept asking me, so I can really make a living out of this thing because this money, the hassle I would have to go through before I get this money at that time. But my casa for 3-4 hours, you tell me because then. So it was one sister, Evelyn Asante. That's my big cousin.
Okay.
Ocharia wo abrim new abrim. And now one day offer me on me doing common or say, hey, a few people have showed me a few videos of you. If you want to do this, I think you are good at it. So why don't you brand yourself properly and then do it as a full-time stuff? So after that, then I kept thinking about the whole thing and I was like, well, if me and Mimpo have been able to do 3 events that have been paid this well, then I think I should take up the advice.
Okay,
so
but
that is how it started.
But then, now we'll be putting up a story and son of MC in the
well, aside that, the whole dream was to travel to Europe and hustle.
Okay.
Yeah. And that was the whole dream. So I wanted to travel to Europe and say school na mekwa makoto aso ho na me my age money there because I had siblings there, but now football na the intermatic because we couldn't agree on what I wanted to do, and I think that it has caused a lot of problems for me, but then American is one of those things. Because to date, I don't have that cordial relationship with my house siblings.
Wow, it was that serious?
Oh yes, it has been 8 years, and I saw my old boy because of this whole issues about.
Even right now, like Nyamiama was to this extent.
Well, as a colonel, I wasn't going to papa.
Yeah.
Yes, and for now, me and my dream send me call. When the time is due, I'll go to him. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now we'll share what led you to your biggest contract.
Yes. So I think
after
the traditional wedding, that's when I did a carros night for the man of God, and I was paid very well.
Okay.
I was paid very well. So from there, when I took the advice from my big cousin, I think I decided to give it a try, and then I started with the branding stuff, getting flyers all over the places, doing things, checking what I wear, having my logos in my outfits. Recently I made because now the brand has grown.
Yeah. But
MC the Saint.
MC the Saint.
Yeah,
okay. So yeah, I know say any weddings and kwana will event MC corporate name just say me now so utimi esa. So say na wo sha say now they a year from event at the call weddings no. Then it push you to that area of corporate sell most bit me at on can from MC such a big because ni na a field. And for you to get knowledge, I was standing money in an Usia course to be short course on the internet, and I say it all came natural.
It came naturally because an American, my entire family knows I'm gifted. I do it and I do it well. That is me. It came. I mean, I felt I was versatile enough. Why should I limit myself to just one bit of the MCing job? I can do a whole lot. So now I do both. I do traditional weddings, I do wedding receptions, I do wedding officiating events, I do corporate, I do more social events. Because I didn't want to, and American, if it has a touch of his Legon flavor, I'll do it. But then you be an
Okay.
Yes, it depends. Yes, a crowd one is Legon. No matter what. And American it has a touch of his Legon flavor.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a whole flavor and become what the why not? I'll come.
Okay.
But I not there metay any baby sir. Then American it depends on who you are now, who is putting me on.
Okay. Yeah. Well, since right now MCing is what you do. I mean, Obeka said we are not a story about Kusia Home Juma Kakra, Home Rakakra. While Kusia Huadia Kakra, and I say, since you know how to do the job, and
well, we learn day in, day out. You learn, you do your own research, and then our seniors, big ups to my godfather, Captain, my MC, and the other seniors in the game. They organize refresher courses for us on this. You go, you learn. So we do learn time in, time out. We learn when the opportunity presents itself. Now I'm thinking of doing communication in addition to what I do now. Say if I can venture into politics a bit.
Wow, nice one. Dream no song, and I'm very happy, say, because I mean, yeah, and yet they be another say, open sort now comfort zone one, yeah. So since what's you and one dear Kakrana, I mean, okay, some way refresher courses and who are participating in it, yeah, back to recent can say story I was on for was it in your ethics? Say as an MC I have a konkoye juma. Okona say as we mention me say and I say all for scene circumstances we say then hoba also you are tired and my bride.
Well, MC stands for the master of the ceremony.
Yeah.
But before that, I decided to say this particular issue. If not for the relationship I have with home base.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, we are because I've explained myself well enough. But then, quickly, I went there as an MC.
Yeah.
But I got there and I was made the official coordinator for the event on the day. Because the coordinator for the event for the day didn't show up. And more earlier conversations, and I realized that you were talking about planner. There is a big difference between a planner and a coordinator.
Okay.
The coordinator handles the day's business. The planner lays with other vendors, helps the couple do their vendor bookings near that dinner. But on the day, it is a coordinator who handles the event.
Okay.
And she didn't show up on the day. And let me explain this properly because there's a bigger platform. Nipan Mekase and Namobiso Namidi Bridget and Richard. This is how it happened. I worked for one lady who now is more like a sister to me because I was having conversations with her. Okay. Now, I got so involved in the work to the extent that we became family. And she was all excited like that. It was through Bridget. This bride was part of the bridal party for that particular wedding.
Oh, okay.
That was how I got to meet her.
Okay.
And then we started talking. So I've known her. I've known Bridget, for over a year.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But almost planning wedding, I'm on for until I said, "Missing me name Bridget." Now you'll be recommending me, my Bridget. Me my bush for create him say me yeah Juma we cry and they didn't confirm si wa bontin be yom. Sa anet here.
Okay.
It happens like that. Into Bridget in the media, we have that rapport as brother, sister, family stuff. But it was Mefia who prompted Bridget say, "Uni Mike dada." Into other internet say, "And Mefia na one man planning event." Into any me vendors na me dey omuye adwuma no. I could be mobile because I move with my personal DJ and my content guy.
Oh,
nice. Yene I can put him on. Na on funny DJ na ho bed na nya fi na coaching akopɛ DJ awu nim no the content guy awu nim no na afi no we mu dey nim mo exactly we mu dey nim mo dada so put them on. So me can say obi na recommend me Emma me Bridget, even though I've known Bridget for a while. This is what I mean. The Juma man, I got to know Bridget through that job. But then when they were having discussions, it was Mefia and I so kind and say unia I didn't come on there. So put him on. No fun and call for near the emperor on board. Because they did a yeoman's job for me. That is how it happened. So the coordinator didn't show up. And I was made the coordinator. So I was even supposed to do the chairman for the traditional. But I had to bring somebody in to take over so I could coordinate and make sure everything was in order. Into me, yeah, and only and then main event, Just when we started the main event, and then soon, before that, and from Accra boy, my backdrop no cry, bride no. So the signs were clear. And in Sony says starting half year, starting including members of the bridal party, the groomsmen, the bridesmaids. Obia was nowhere to be found. Bride Nemamia, who was all over the place from morning, she was nowhere to be found.
Wow.
Parents, of their groom also was nowhere to be found. Baby. So I said to myself, do I also leave them? Because a Juma, particular Juma, no man, Juma as send me Juma a normal client.
Okay.
I was working for somebody who was more of family.
Family.
That connection was there.
Okay.
I led them from the grounds and we couldn't capture. So people felt say it was just that short distance. I led them from the grounds, got them somewhere a bit safer.
Okay.
But the honeymoon I realized that in so no air bomb still. So I sought permission from Richard. Can I help cover your wife?
Oh, okay. So you sought permission.
I sought permission. Wow. Okay. I just didn't do that. Say sorry, can I help cover your wife? Because one, recently you cry, I was talking to the bride. And I mean, Papa, I'm sure that there 4 years. So me for events, be the normal me neko. To share car na park na career hand be one measure Samuel.
Okay.
Maybe Jamie and Bisan say on no crown or fan because for all this while we're talking, I haven't asked her where she lives. Meaning come on normal come on as he say a share event and through my fear minimum but baby or today and on post sending me location say on no class say no I had no movie about. So and baby I didn't bride ni fee.
Okay.
It looks to me, I don't know, I am yet to get we say it looks to me as if say a Airbnb or something.
Okay.
Because any fear there, the way our place in so tier no. Oh sure, a hustle far say the rent house.
And couple regain say fee.
And yet that's what I see. Okay. Initially I even thought say bride no papa fee.
Okay.
But I am yet to get clarification on that. Me misa no ho asem because I wanted this whole thing to die.
To die off. Okay, yeah.
Eti who could be some my umbrella. Why now? Me, I went there as an MC. People were commenting say how much was an umbrella that time. If you think and you think deep, umbrella that time.
Yeah.
Why now? Because an umbrella. Obani mama na me ne ya up and down near there. She was nowhere to be found. The other ladies who were helping me coordinate, Obi Akojina baby, I had to force one because Trinity Patana said, let's reorganize everything because that was when I made all my co inside the area. It was seeking permission. One, you ever started event now? They need to start it. Only exclusives here. Bema no on Tigana. Baby, Ofiba, you know, at that hotel was a dime or Timo Orban. At the buyer was a suit. Which is a 3-piece nation, Obi-Chan exclusives. Master, why do we make it look like it's a Obani Kwan and Munia? Now, I didn't have Bearman in his suit. Bearman, so it was his wedding day.
Okay.
And also had the right to enjoy the day. Only in the suit and then for no bear exclusives, no bear than bear. I feel an event in Ankasa. How does it come back? Because definitely they were going to come back. When I sought for permission, on man, go ahead, and then I took it off. And I'm the man because Nipa no ye ni tree in the crowd had left. The tree in the say who was going to do it properly. Exactly. And on days like this, a tree you're using is quite expensive. To me, you can the original video now be posted first, you know. Or better say no more can say, oh my MC. Like that rapport was there. No. The only lady I know kind of one more she gold outfit, you know, was bride, my sister, and the last sister. The groomsmen, the bridesmaids, everybody there was seeking for shelter.
Mami Misa, from distance, baby, and who saw the bride free? That other side of baby na traditional way ni na. Obi ka say na kan shada long distance and ka be mani ni suit ne de ma oba na and ka be bona for amana 47 won't me find here exclusives here okay.
Well, honestly, at that juncture, everybody was confused. I don't blame the man. Share and to ya and I can't original baby now kasana. Which just where you ska you know be say then so all of a sudden net because you haven't even enjoyed the decor.
Yes.
Cake is in zoom. Where do you need in zoom? Because then not vendors no obiaba. The local bar vendor was there, the cocktail vendor was there, the food vendor was there, DJ, normal good DJ amplifier, like everybody was confused. Sir, almost Kasa said they are special spirituals. And then at that time, you wouldn't know what to do. Before our driver bounce, I say, what take a money at you phone? Yes, you move phone said the media. You're at once now on the spot, no, you don't think right. Nipani the idea Johnny Korea. I feel now about so at that particular moment you are thinking, so all this money is going waste. All this money that I've spent, therefore I enjoy cake, my enjoy. If you are in Susu, you see if you are in Susu, still pneumonia there. Like the pressure, the thoughts. I don't blame him. And he's a young man. I don't blame him. He's not done something of that sort. We have been into events. I would have taken it coolly because I know anything can happen during events. I've been doing this for 8 years. But how do they
feel after this whole level?
I am telling you, it was a party time. I keep telling the bloggers, say, I would appreciate it if I post the party time videos and then they push those videos as well as they push this for people to know what I can do. I assured them of a party time after the rain. After the rain, I did what I was supposed to do. My promises that I made to them, I failed them. It was a party time. I had one senior MC passing through, Benedictus. He just came to hug me and told me, say, hey, if after the rain you could do this party time and still have this number of people on the dance floor, Masa, you are too good.
Okay. na me say after social media assembly hey no I mean what should I say what that's one girl no
oh yes, yes.
How do they feel when Nick knows I mean the backlash na
they see it as one of those things.
Okay.
Bridget and Richard share some sort of love at home. Too serious. I pray say said Obia can I tap into it, I pray say I find or I tap into that kind of love. Okay. No Bibi was so almost out. Bridget is a free-spirited person. Richard is a calm, gentle manner. Oh no, I'm be fan of Musa. And Unza and share down to tell Richard.
Okay.
What's now UK into no ama the life is a bit different from what we see here. No, maybe share down Hanessa. Yes. Okay. And this is what people don't know. And people will sit in their studios, lampost me, insult me. You know, somebody like Sheldon insulted me to the extent of
I was about to ask you, say, what's saying, you know,
oh, yes.
On way.
I called his manager. I had Sheldon's number, but unfortunately, the manager didn't cross our number. So I called. They didn't pick, and then they called me back. And I told them, say, I have watched their interview because people started sending me links to his interview, his podcast, and then to the extent of calling me a simp. And that was a harsh word to use on my brand. Yeah. So my friend, they gave me audience. They asked me to come the next day, so we talk about it. I went there. We had discussions. He apologized on camera, but as to this time I'm in Okasa, he hasn't posted the video. So why make me waste time? Come to your studios. When you have insulted me as a brand, you can touch me as a person, I don't have a problem. But don't touch me as a brand. Because I want to be Didi. Who touching me, I will say I'm a brand. And you, Sheldon, you know me from nowhere. As to how I got your number, we've had an encounter once, but I won't kind me. Me, I know you because you are Sheldon. Not because you are Sheldon, but because I've had that encounter with you. Before. But you don't recognize me. That is no problem. But I have the number and I don't delete numbers so easily. So I called him. You gave me audience. I spent time, moved from my house to your end at Pantine. We had a discussion on camera. You apologized on camera on behalf of the platform. Afterwards I gave an explanation, a vivid one as to just like I'm doing here. And I was expecting, say, for the past 3 days or so, the video should have been posted by now for people to understand. Okay. Say, hey, because afterwards, Okachem said, you didn't know this. That's why you said what you said. The apology part was very important because it is very important to me. So as of now, if he is watching me, if he sees this video, I've called his manager this morning. They haven't picked up. They haven't returned. Yesterday, sorry. They haven't picked up. They haven't returned my calls. The video has still not been posted. What if they don't post? I don't have. What if they don't post? That is why there are laws in the country. Okay. You can't insult me on your platform and go free. You can't tag me as a simp when you don't even know me. You don't know the kind of relationship I share with the couple. Until I explain myself to you. Where you've apologized. Post it for people who watched your first video, because I read some of the messages I had with people being so angry with him with the words he used for me. Like on camera in his presence. For him to know that I also have people who are mad at him. But if anything, I had an interview on Zion Felix, and I told him, say, officer on Kwana said you answer when you trim, I'm not a table for. Emraya Jumao, he has the exposure, I have the exposure. Yeah, equally. So if Sheldon, I am telling him, say, that podcast we did, in which he apologized, which I have short videos of it because I went with my content guy. Okay. It should be posted for his followers to also see, say, this was what happened, this was the explanation I gave, and for this thing to cease. You don't take advantage of the fact that when Sheldon, you want to insult me on your platform to the extent of calling me a simp. How dare you? Okay. For I mean, Miss last question because I mean, time no any AI brand is MC. What are the challenges? Well, somebody like me, they be a platform be a so from Monday, but I've said this. I dislike to be part of something that doesn't work. Okay. The core event, I am an MC. Me share them you might be in Kosuya. Automatically I start working as a coordinator with whoever is the coordinator on the day, because I want to make sure Charlie MC Nejuman it is broad. It is broad, but I am nipa bi ente nyom ejuma na say or say abontina bibia, then they say what they want to say.
Okay.
We face a whole lot of challenges. Over call DJ the mouse, one for personal DJ, client and prince one for DJ and qua. DJ will make the work so difficult for you. In the end, they will say same. So normally I advise my clients, if you are in the position to, let me come with my personal DJ. If you can pay for it.
Okay.
Let me come with my personal DJ and don't book me at the last minute. Obi just because of this kind of or dream one farm. No, don't book me at the last minute.
Okay.
Book me early enough. Let me have ample time to prepare for you. Because the Juman also, and then me know because I'm Juman.
I hear Cross say from now to November you are booked.
I am booked. I don't take December bookings now because December rates are different.
Okay.
That's the cocoa season. Yes. Intia, but Namia Hatta Swintina Medana said, me won't cheer me when it comes to bookings. I am not desperate for bookings. People who knows what I can do knows put that kind of respect on my brand.
Yeah.
Yes. As I speak to you, people have booked me till November. Even on my birthday, 29th November, I have work.
Oh yes, Scorpio one.
Yes.
Nice one.
I
Nice one.
have
No wonder. No wonder.
I have work.
Okay.
And you say be a human being, I've been desperate for trends. Said no, I've been doing this for 8 years, professionally for 5 years.
Okay.
I am not the one who fights for trends, who moves around, does things for trends.
Okay.
And this is not the first time I'm host event and so at all.
If
you I had to step in, help the decor people myself. It's on my page on Instagram.
You're so passionate about what you do.
That is me. When I sweat a lot, so I always have a lot of face towels in my car or the bag. Me and me face towels, give it out. Let's clean the chairs. Let's do this. Move the table covers because they are wet. Let's do and it's on my page. They didn't see these ones to help push it because it wouldn't benefit them.
Yeah.
But the only thing I do matter more for the show me scan it.
I mean, I'm very sure say even though yes, in for bad show, but it's also going to open doors because
Yes.
the exposure and everything.
Exactly. Exactly.
What's part of your job and I enjoy and then I made you one year with it.
I love to see people happy.
Okay.
Indeed, if I am able to create that tattooed memories for my clients, I'm excited. Let's have a party. You know, that fun, getting to know people. Because when I love to socialize, network with people. I learned something from my big sis AJ Pounds of Unia TV.
Okay.
Or mommy, I'll say, co-event, make sure that at least you come back taking the contact of one big person over there. You might never know. So see, positions are being given out freely, you know. We might never know who the next person, who the next CEO is. Until you get to know people. And I love to interact. And not every day. Me getting to meet new people. And I love to challenge myself. I am not an area champion. I love to travel. Get to know the terrain out there. Get to know if people will buy into what I do, accept the brand. Accra the enemy. Ghana ha enemy. Kumasi, I can't Kumasi crowd there. And they me okay. I don't have anything to prove to them.
Okay.
But I love to go as far as the northern region, outside the country as well, to let people see that there are good MCs here.
Okay. Since originally, na Kenya MC na beso ye no. Oh, eduma for na say moving forward, bia obe person obe divert ya ko people for na.
Yes, me divert, but me not fully. I want to travel outside.
Okay.
And if you have before me say Mamuti, I want to travel outside, go start a life. And now say I want to do something in communications and move into politics.
What him kasa Oh, kasa pop. And I'm very happy. I have podcast now for you. You gave it to him.
Oh, you watched it.
I watched it.
Oh, you are the man. On morning call for catch and say you've lost. Today you've been savaged.
Yeah, that's something.
Yes, oh yes, I gave it to him. On my way, I not confessed. Say no. Like we're meeting Kofobi Breba, and then I've given it to him back, left, front, and center.
Nice one. Okay. Okay, yeah, better was to buy, but then our last person is person no way Juma, quite a so being on social media handles na Rapia.
Alright, so said this is MC The Saint.
Yeah.
On all social media platforms, it's MCDESAINT. MCDESAINT. Just hit me up in my DM, let's talk. Whatever the event is. Wow, Menji Casio. Said the Dave Ekaya, no Menji Casio class, I get to be. But over a Juman, you have a boy, Juman, so just get in touch, whichever event it is. Get in touch as early as possible. Let's work it out. Okay,
last one. So if I say, or if you are over MC in a wedding now, range, send if you are
who they want to me or show me a come once. I'll send him or her a rate card.
A rate card.
Will be how man rate card not here not soon. I won't have then I give you the terms of contract, you read through it, okay, you sign, and then we are off. You know, people feel with that bureaucracy is too much, but it is the way to go. Clients need to be more committed. Only now agree on something. And later, so I normally work with my terms of contract. You read through, if you are comfortable, you sign it, we are off.
Okay, MC the Saint, but that was a pass. Yes, on stuff fair on also 18 sure. I'm a show now. I can't the end there so.
Okay, I mean, home base is my home.
It's your home, yes. Yeah. I'm not sure saying them quan if
I was here last. Was it last week or last 2 weeks? Yeah. Home base there, me. I am me.
No. Yes. You need so pass stage. I be family no home. Yes. You need Sonny and happy. Okay. I had all too soon. More franchise and for course. Your time no. Not but the catch himself first caller, but unfortunately, your time no. As me as soon. Yeah, very sure to me for course. But next week they promise. So say bar. More messages no more course. Ni rating me every me at me for course. No, now be answer me for course because yeah, no one they did you make the but now be a train. As you know, I do my home. Tiani that must pass some no. But more contributions and so it's me. Aha, and I bring one whole time here to make any na and so it's next week. Yeah, about a Sawa be you man no Ediamo Mediane as Santa Maris from Akosia Sewa advisory Kunya so next week. We are so bye bye.